Neymar here. In this video, I'd like to talk about sleep difficulties or insomnia you might be experiencing on this spiritual journey. So this is something that I've recently been experiencing, but it's something I've gone through numerous times, many times. It's like I go through these cycles, and during these cycles, one part of the cycle is where I don't sleep very well. And sleep for me is very important, as it probably is for most people. And when we don't sleep well, we don't feel good. And it really diminishes the quality of our life. And I feel like for a lot of people on this path, sleep difficulties might be something that comes and goes. So I wanted to share with you a couple of ideas and also a way to help you sleep better. So when you understand what's going on, I'll also help you reframe this lack of sleep, so you don't see it as such a negative thing. And that's one of the ways to kind of move through it more smoothly, right? So I've got two main reasons which I think this occurs. The first one is your brain is rewiring itself. So anytime you have a new insight, anytime you go to a new level, a higher level of awakening, you access a higher level of consciousness, anything new enriches your brain. I think Dr. Joe Dispenza says, experience enriches the mind. So any new experience will enrich your mind. Now, if you're having spiritual breakthroughs and accessing higher and higher levels of consciousness, these are very, very powerful experiences. Some of the most powerful experiences that you can ever have, right? And you're never going to be the same again, right? Whether that's good or bad, well, obviously it's good, but you might not feel like it's good at the time. The reality is, it's going to change you. Experiencing these shifts is one of the most powerful things you can experience, and naturally your brain is going to start to reprogram itself because it's experienced a brand new reality. In order for you to evolve and go to that next level, you have to change as a person, and a big part of that is neurological, psychological reprogramming. So new parts of your brain will begin to connect in ways they haven't connected before. New neural pathways will begin to form and fire and wire together, so you can begin to access and kind of connect to that higher level of consciousness again. At the minute, you don't have the hardware to perceive it. But once you've experienced it, your brain will start to change because it's neuroplastic. So you can begin to access these higher states again and again and again. And as you keep going higher, your brain just keeps evolving and changing. Unfortunately, this evolution of the brain can take time. It can take days, weeks, even months. And as the brain is rewiring, it can disturb your sleep. Because in order for you to sleep, your brain needs to be relaxed. You need to be able to switch off in order to go into sleep, right? Now, if your brain is rewiring itself because you've had these crazy awakening experiences, then your evolution is probably more important. Well, it is more important than your one night sleep or your sleep, right? That's the primary thing, is to access these states. And it's the only way we can do it. It's the only way the brain can process what it's experienced, by rewiring itself. So what I'm trying to say is that it's positive. If you're struggling with sleep problems, it's a good thing. Try to reframe it and understand that, okay, there's deeper work going on here. Maybe I don't have to get so frustrated and so grumpy and so miserable because something good is happening. And just reframing it in a positive way kind of changes the way you feel about it. The second reason you might be experiencing sleep difficulties is because, similar to the first one, if you're doing a lot of trauma healing, emotional healing work, a lot of these energies and emotions, something I talk a lot about, are starting to integrate. They're starting to become unblocked. That unblocking is energy almost moving upwards into your brain. Energy, like the chakra system, is going to move up. So as you begin to resolve these emotional blocks and the energy begins to move up, it's going up into your brain again. Again, the brain won't be able to settle down because it needs to develop the capacity to handle these bigger energies that it hasn't been used to. Energies that belong to you. Energy cannot be destroyed, right? We know this. So as you're healing, you're releasing energy. It needs to be processed. It needs to be felt. And that feeling and processing is a heavy, uncomfortable kind of experience, right? And that can disturb your sleep. And again, on the whole, it's good. Like, you're evolving, you're growing. And for me personally, I go through these cycles where if I do some great work let's say, and I've evolved, I might go through a period where I don't sleep very well. But as I know now that it's a good thing, it's actually helping me, then I don't feel as bad about it. And that's one of the ways that will actually help you move through it more smoothly. Now, I just want to share with you a couple of ideas to help you sleep better. Obviously, there's the most popular ones that you're familiar with, like don't look at screens before you go to bed, try to wind down, meditate, read a book, use an eye mask, blackout curtains, all of that stuff. Yeah, great. Implement all of that stuff. There's another thing that I've been doing which has really helped me move through more smoothly, and that is to stop resisting the kind of frustration and the agitation that you feel when you can't sleep. So you go to bed, you're tossing and turning, you think, oh my god, I can't sleep. Instead of just getting like frustrated and resisting that, just accept it. Okay, right now I can't sleep, it's okay, I accept it. And just turn that into a spiritual practice, into a practice for growth. The fact that you can't sleep. This is really the keys of this work, is to turn difficult situations into an opportunity for growth. So do this, just surrender to it. Like, stop fighting it. And trust me, sometimes as I do this more and more, I actually fall asleep because I stop resisting it. Again, if you wake up after a bad night's sleep and you're feeling kind of just grumpy and low energy like I do, I really need my sleep, instead of like just hating life, which is what I feel like, just accept it. Like, stop fighting it. Try and just be as present as you can and accept the fact that you're tired. Maybe try and take a nap, but just that acceptance of it is so freeing. And that will help you process these energies, and I believe it'll help your brain program itself quicker. We need to stop resisting the journey, even at these challenging parts. Like, lack of sleep is very challenging for a lot of people. But all of the journey is just releasing resistance. And this is a great place to learn that. If you have something like insomnia, which is maybe a more long-term condition, then definitely go ahead and get checked out, because that could potentially be something underlying. From my understanding, there's something much deeper that needs your attention, because sleep is so key. Sleep overall, you should be sleeping pretty well. The more you come back to peace with yourself, you are going to start to have deeper, more restful, revitalizing sleeps. That's really a natural byproduct of this growth. As we let go of all the stuff, we will naturally sleep better, right? So once again, if you did enjoy the video, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. But until next time, remember to keep living free and being free. Peace.